Thank you for checking out this video. You're absolutely awesome because you want to take responsibility for your financial freedom. So give yourself a pat on the back, just like that. So what is this all about, this managing money system that you've probably seen all over the place, different people saying this and doing this? It all comes down to a very simple rule that the Millionaire Mind Intensive taught me a couple of years ago. And I've seen my own account grow and grow and grow, as well as my several other accounts. Now, if you're like me, or if you were like me back then and you only had one bank account, then you need to change that immediately, because you cannot manage all your accounts and everything from one account. You don't know what you got, you don't know what's coming out, you don't know what's coming in. It's craziness, okay? So what we do is learn a simple structure like this, where you can take away and create 6 accounts with your own bank. I did it, and it's working for me. And I even make a game of it. So actually looking at money as fun. So this is how it works, the money management system. So when you're getting paid, the salary that comes in, you put into your necessity account. You put in 55% of it in the necessity accounts, which is paying your bills, your food, your rent, all that sort of stuff. Now you've got 45% left. So we're going to put 10% into your play account, which means that you have to spend it in 30 days on anything you want. I know, what crazy rule, right? So go out there, spend all of that money, whatever in that play account, you have to spend every penny on it, in a restaurant, in a shop, whatever it is, treat someone, go mad, whatever it is you want to do with it. And then you've got 10% in your education fund. So what is it that you do? You know, what would you like to advance on? Is there a program? Is there a course? Is there something else? Because if you value yourself more and you're willing to increase your knowledge, then you are going to be more valuable out there, and you're going to be able to earn more money because you're more valuable. And that's what it's all about, building up that and putting the money back into yourself. That's pretty much the biggest investment you're ever going to make. Then you got 10% into your long-term savings. So if you want to buy that TV, or you want to go on a holiday to Bahamas, whatever it might be, it's nice to know that you're putting something a little aside so you can plan for the future you. Hey, I mean, you deserve it after all. Then you got 10% into your financial freedom account. Now this account, I would say, is probably the most important. It's not immediate, but it's the most important, because it goes towards your future self, 20, 30, 40 years. That's ultimately going to compound over time as you start looking for investments. As that pot's going to start growing and growing, you're going to go, oh, I've got this money. How can I get the best investment back? Okay. Then you're going to start asking those kind of questions to yourself. Then you're going to start doing some research, and then you're going to have a better understanding of what's going out there in the marketplace. And when you put that money away and you start seeing that build up over time, you're going to have confidence in your abilities to weather any storm in the future and actually be able to supply a lifestyle that you want. Basically, you become financially free because of the dividends that you're getting returned on from your financial freedom account, whilst using the other accounts to live a life of abundance as you go along. You can see how that works, right? And then you got 5% for the giving account. So you put all the money, 5% of the money into your giving account that you can give to people on their birthdays, you can give to charities, whatever it is. You know, it's the giving account that you can feel that you always have something there to be able to give. It's so important to get into this habit now, because the more you give, the more you get back. And it's not about that. It's not about so you can get back. You want to get in the nature and be able to feel that you have so much to give because you value yourself so much more. And that's what's ultimately the whole point of this, is so that you value yourself more. Because if you're getting paid and you pay debts and everything else, whatever it is beyond yourself, if you're not paying yourself first, then you don't value yourself as much. And if you don't value you, then who else is going to value you? You know, you've got to value you. You're number one, all right? You're the biggest investment you'll ever make. So if you value yourself, then the world will value you back, okay? So this is why it's so important to put these money principles in place so that you start to get a feel of responsibility, control over your financial destiny, and that you are valuable, because you are the number one commodity at the end of the day. So start putting these principles in place, invest in yourself immediately. And if it's overwhelming and you can't think about putting 6 accounts down, at least pay yourself first when that salary comes in. At least put 10% away for yourself, for your future self, and work it out later. And if you can't do 10% because you can't work it out, do 5%. But it's all about the habits that you're doing on a day-to-day basis that tell your story. So what is it that if you started writing down every day the money you're spending, that you could stop putting out there? I mean, if you're spending £3 on a cup of coffee a day, well, imagine that over a month. Imagine that over a year. Imagine that in 20 years if you put that in a financial freedom account instead. Coffee a day in 30 years probably amounts to about £56,000. That's like a Mercedes Benz. I mean, was that cup of coffee really worth it? I mean, think about it. That's how it builds up, compounding. So what are you doing that you could cut out and put instead for your future self? I want you to really think about it because it's changed my life. I've seen my money banks grow. I've seen new opportunities because of it. And you know what? When an opportunity comes and you've got money there to be able to invest, that's when you suddenly see a new future, new possibilities. It's a fantastic place to be, and I want to see you in that place, and I would love to hear your stories about it. Look, my name's Alex Roseman. You can check out details on the money management system below. Get it, implement it, teach others. It needs to be taught. My mind was blown that this wasn't taught in the schools. I wish I knew this stuff when I was younger, but now I know it. Now it's time to get everyone else to know the money management system. Thank you for checking this video out. I wish you all the best on your financial freedom journey.